Welcome to RECon 2012. My name is Naveen Jaggi, Senior Managing Director, CBRE Retail Services. I'm sitting here today with Nick Hodge with Kroger Company. Welcome to CBRE.
Thank you, Naveen. Good to be here.
So Nick, how's the show?
It's been great so far. I think there's a lot of great energy here, both on the development community as well as the brokerage community. I think there's a lot of positive atmosphere, deals getting done. So I think we've moved the ball forward on several transactions on this trip, so I'm real happy with it.
So tell me what's different this year from the last couple of years?
Oh, I just think, my personal opinion is I think that people who own real estate and who are trying to maximize value have come to grips with what they're dealing with what the problem was from 2 or 3 years ago, are moving forward with the plan and are getting things done now. And I think that's what, I think we've gone through that cycle where people have really come to grips with what values are, with where grocery anchored tenants can help bring value to their center. So I think that's kind of the big difference this year.
So everybody's sober this year.
Exactly.
They've gotten over the hangover.
That's a good way to describe it. Right. Absolutely.
And so when you're talking about retail and the buzz in the marketplace today, are you seeing real deal making today? Is it like that was back in 2007, or are we seeing just the fact that people are considering deal making today?
I'm seeing real deal making. I think we're on a real aggressive path at Kroger. Any given year we'll do 35 to 40 major projects a year from a capital standpoint. We'll want to grow that over time, and I think the performance of our existing base right now is helping us grow that capital base. I'm seeing, in my negotiations this weekend here at the ICSC, I'm seeing real deals happen. I'm seeing developers who are able to get things done. I'm hearing developers able to get things financed. So I think things are looking up for us at least.
So that's great news, right?
Great
so
news.
All of a sudden we're seeing some pipeline development. We're seeing excitement in the marketplace. Tell me how Kroger feels today about the economy.
Well, from Kroger's standpoint, I think that we've gotten ourselves to the point where our pricing model has really translated and connected well with the customer. We've really spent the last 7-8 years working on our pricing model, getting ourselves comparable with some of our best-in-class pricing competitors out there,
right.
And it's really connected with incremental sales growth. We've seen it at our store. At our stores, we've grown in IDs 30 straight quarters now, which I don't think another retailer can claim over the last
That's
horizon.
Impressive.
And these are big numbers. These are the 3s, the 4s, the 5% per year, and we continue to see that. So, we're real proud of it. It's starting to get to the bottom line in our company too. It took a while, it took a big investment to get there, but I think in the long haul, price is always going to be important in the grocery industry. And I think we positioned ourselves well as we start to continue to get out of this recession or whatever we want to call it. We'll be there at the end of the day and growing.
So groceries is critical, obviously.
Absolutely.
It's not a luxury item, it's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
You have to have it.
Have to have it.
So how does Kroger look at the competition today? There's obviously regional competition, there's national competition, and now you have multi-format competition with small, medium, and large competitors. Yeah. Tell me how Kroger's managing all that.
Oh, there's some great competitors out there. I mean, we are, obviously you've got Walmart, and we certainly peg what we do against what they're going to be doing in the market, but you've got Costco, who's big into grocery. They've